What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Naruto 180. It's been a while since I actually did one of these. I've been really busy. Uh, I've been really busy with pretty much life in general. Uh, for all my subscribers or whatnot, kind of a long time coming. I'm not trying to. Uh, Sorry for the wait. I hope to make some more videos, but it's gonna be a little tough right now because me and my wife we just had a baby, so I got a newborn son, and I'm starting off my career, a new career that I'm doing right now. So everything's kind of hectic that, and also trying to get my further my education while trying to get to that grad level, if you will, or whatnot. But ain't here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about a game I just recently beat, um, which is um, Wolfenstein: The New Order. I played this on actually my PS4. I bought one a couple months back, but I wasn't able to play it because I was in training. I was in training, so I wasn't able to play it. But as soon as I got back, one of the first games I bought from GameStop was Wolfenstein because I was so excited about it last year. I played the previous installment on the 360, and that game was fun. It was fun, but at the same time, there were some parts in it that was just so tedious that I just don't even want to really talk about. But pretty much Castle Wolfenstein on PS4. Graphically, the game looks beautiful. I mean, yes, it's early on into the PS4 um, in this next gen console. It's like early on, but as what I can tell right now, like the PS4 is pumping out some really good games, like graphically and also story driven and all that good stuff. But just getting back to Wolfenstein, just playing it on the PS4, graphically it looked great. Didn't really see any hiccups, but hiccups here and there. But I mean, I've seen some game breaking, like I didn't see no game breaking bugs, if you will. I saw some things where I was playing the game and all of a sudden like the game crashes, and like I mean like not just one of those old ones where the game just freezes up and you gotta go and you gotta reset the whole console. It was one of those things where the game crashed and immediately backed you out of the game, where you'll be like knee deep into some Nazi craziness, and before you even like get to the next part of the level, it kicks you out of the game entirely. Um, that was it was frustrating at times or whatnot, but also I looked at it as a positive for to give me like a little breather in the game or whatnot. Uh, Talking about the gameplay wise, the gameplay of Wolfenstein, I I liked it. I mean, it's your prototypical first person shooter. The only thing that's different from this game from all the other first person shooters is that it actually has it sets itself in a a group of first person shooters that not only had solid gameplay, what you would what you would expect out of a first person shooter, but it also had a story that you actually wanted to follow to the end. Case in point, just like the main character, BJ Blazkowicz, notably, he's been a character over the years that he was just a silent protagonist, just shoot first, ask question later. You didn't really care about him, or you didn't care about him or his backstory or anything like that. But in this new Wolfenstein that Bethesda has given us, they actually they actually give this man a personality, one that you want to follow and that you want to help and want to see his story or see his mission to the end. Um, and go piggyback off of that, the story in this game is, you play uh, Captain BJ Blazkowicz. You fighting in the you fighting in World War II against the Germans, and is it World War II? Is it World? It's definitely World War II. Yeah, it's World War II. Uh, yeah. What? I think it's World War One that you're fighting in. World War One, and um, I know everybody's gonna be like, you don't know which war that it's history that you don't know which war that America fought Germany in. Yeah, I know it's up here in the think tank, guys. But it's during the war, and they're making a push to try to go to Wolfenstein, Castle Wolfenstein, and they're trying to kill one of the German scientists that has been experimenting on humans, and also is pretty much the backbone of the German army of what he's been doing and what he's been trying to accomplish, like scientifically. And it's your job to like um try to pretty much execute him. Well, as all games go, everything didn't go as planned, and BJ Blazkowicz ended up in a coma for like 10 plus years. Well, in a he was in a coma, and then in a he was in a coma like state where he could open his eyes, but like he was in a vegetated state. He could see everything that was going on, but he could not, get up. He couldn't speak. He couldn't do anything like that. Everybody had to do everything for him. And while he was in this vegetated state, he got a chance to see things happen in his hospital or in the insane asylum. Um, that like what the Nazis were coming in, that what they were doing, the families that the family that he was taking care of him was going through, and long story short, that family got executed except for one person, and well, yeah, except for one person, which was the daughter. She was a nurse, and BJ Blazkowicz saved her life and ended up once she saved her life, she took him to a safe house, and which was her grandparents' house, and his grandparents told her that the Nazis won the war, they rule the world, and there's nothing that they could do about it. But BJ Blazkowicz did not take that news sitting down. He said there's got to be a resistance, um, and he found one, and they made a lot of noise to which the Nazis could not, ignore them. But pretty much it's BJ Blazkowicz's journey to like fulfilling his mission, which was to kill the scientist, who, like in turn, is like one of the heads of the Nazi regime. Once they win the war. Uh, the story was very compelling. Not only like what it was doing, like it was like an alternate like what if case scenario, but also the fact that what Professor did, they actually gave all the characters in the game a sense of like that you either love these characters or you felt compassion for these characters. You're gonna feel something for all these characters there's in this game. Even the main villain, I think his name was like Death Shed or something like that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. I mean, you have some type of feeling again towards all these characters, and especially BJ Blazkowicz, which he is telling the story, and the decisions that he had to make. One that was early in the game, um, it's not much of a spoiler, but one of the decisions that he had to make, he had to choose between two of his comrades, which one of them had to live, so to speak. So I'll let you. So I mean, if y'all want to see that, I mean, there's plenty of people gameplay of this on YouTube to see it, and I mean, when he chose, it was brutal for that person that he chose to 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 die. Uh, Going back to the gameplay, it's your standard first-person shooter, of course. You got weapons variations. It's like the weapons variations. It's kind of like how the weapons in. It's not quite like the resistance level type of weapon choices, but it's pretty much, you got your alternative fires and things like that. And there's a whole bunch of, like, you're gonna fight like a whole bunch of machines in this game. Um, but it's pretty much your standard, first person shooter. It's just the story. I mean, the graphics and, well, the story in this game make this game. It makes it a compelling game. The game length for this game is about 12 hours. I kid you not. For a first-person shooter, it's about 12 hours. Normally, I think people have gotten to the norm of playing first-person shooters that are just like 6 hours long. You play it, you put it down. Hey, let's go to multiplayer. In this case, for Wolfenstein, it's 12 hours long, just single campaign. There is no multiplayer in this game, which some of y'all will think that that's um, a detriment, and it's really not. It gives you, Bethesda gave like the players, uh, they wanted the players to focus on the main story, the main campaign, because I think that in the last console generation, and probably it's going to continue in this generation, that people don't pay, that people, like, when playing a first-person shooter, people do not pay attention to like the main campaign anymore. They just go, they pay their money, pop the game in, and immediately go to multiplayer and play that for hours on end, and then they look at the campaign as a redheaded stepchild, uh, which it shouldn't. And it adds so much uh, replay value for the game, in my opinion. But but this game, I would say that it is a definite buy. And if you're tight on money, go to GameFly, rent the game, or even go to GameStop, get it used. If you can't buy it new, get it used, play it, and then go back to GameStop, get your money back. But this is the type of game that will hook you. It is tough. It is tough. It is tough. The last boss battle will have you at some points pulling out your hair. Um, some people might say, no, it didn't. It was easy. Well, I don't know what this guy's talking about, but to me, it was the perfect amount of challenge that I needed for a boss battle, because I got to play in games that the bosses weren't tough at all. It just was like, yeah, or whatever, beat on 2 seconds, whatever. But in this game, like, I died repeatedly. I my character died repeatedly. I will say that, but I pushed through and I beat the game, and I loved it. Um, the music in this game is fitting. I mean, you got your balance of rock and like orchestrate type music in this game. It's a perfect balance. Um, Also, just going back to BJ Black Switch. I mean, you're playing a guy that's like, he's worn beaten. He's beaten down by war, and he's just beaten down by war, and you can tell it on his face and in his voice. But anyway, I would say that this is a great game. I would recommend anybody playing it. This game did come out a week before Watch Dogs, and I guess everybody probably went and jumped on that Watch Dogs bandwagon. I didn't personally. I didn't. Because Wolfenstein is something I really wanted to play, and getting that opportunity to play it was well worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, Wolfenstein: The New Order is a definite buy. Definite buy. I would tell anybody to go ahead and buy that game. Um, this concludes this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, guys. Peace.